Now I should be able to start up the media player and start playing videos. One thing that I found, however, is due to either issues, and I haven't really tracked it down whether it's Gizmo or Ubuntu or VLC, but when I tried to play a media in full screen, I was just ending up with black. It wouldn't play. It would start up fine in a small window, but as soon as I tried to make the window bigger, either there wasn't enough performance there to run it or whatever. And of course, when I'm watching on my TV, I want to have the full screen used, showing the media that I'm watching. So I spent several hours tracking down a solution to that. And why don't we go ahead and set that up now so that you won't have that trouble. And again, we're going to go to the Tools, Preferences, and the change we want to make here is actually under the Video. So if you go to the Video Preferences, and what you'll see is that it's set up as default here for the output. And if you change it to X11 video output, you'll find that the performance actually works a whole lot better and you'll be able to see the full screen. So go ahead and make that change before you start playing your videos. So now I'm going to just save that away, go to my media library. I'll pick something out of movies just totally at random here. That looks... So I click play, and there we go. We've got our movie running in full screen. Okay, and it's running a little bit slow and jerky at the moment. I'm not sure what else I've got running on here. That might be cause. I think it's Chrome. I've got the Chrome browser up, and that's taking up a lot of space as well. So what I found is that when running the media player on Gizmo, it's best to have nothing else running at all. So let's see, I'm going to go ahead and stop this and we're going to talk about the next topic. VLC has a built-in web server. That's pretty cool. To enable that, we're going to go back to Tools and Preferences. And bring up all preferences again. Use this button down on the bottom left. And one that we're looking for is the interfaces. So here's the interfaces, and we're looking for the main interface, which is this one here. Okay, and what you want to do is enable web. So check this box, and we can save it. Okay, so by enabling the web, it's going to allow us to start the player with the controller from the web. And I'm going to quit here. Okay, because you're going to have to restart. And before you restart, there's one more thing we need to do, and that is to edit the hosts file. The reason being, we want to allow access to the Gizmo media player from anywhere on our network. By default, it's going to only allow access from localhost. So we can control it from itself, but that seems kind of pointless. The file that we want to edit in order to allow access from around the network is the host file, and it's located under usr share VLC LUA HTTP. So let me go over there and bring that up. And again, we're going to sudo edit it. So sudo vi /usr share VLC lua HTTP, and it's the .hosts file. This file contains a listing of all IP addresses that are allowed to access the HTTP interface in VLC. And what you want to do is uncomment the ones for your network, so 192.168.0.0. So this one here. Okay, once you make those changes, what we're doing is just remove the pound sign at the beginning of the line. Go ahead and write the file. And now we can start VLC. But when we're going to start VLC this time, we're going to add an extra interface, and it's HTTP. I'm going to take my media player and just kind of slide it off to the side a little bit here. So within our browser, and if you've got this set up correctly, I had to make some changes to my router and some changes to the firewall in order to allow this to actually take place across my network. But if you go to your Gizmo, whatever the IP address of your Gizmo is, and right now, of course, I am on the Gizmo, so I'm going to just type localhost, and the port is 8080 by default for the VLC. You can change that in the preferences if you want. But if you've got everything set up right, you'll see when you go to localhost 8080, you should see the VLC control interface pop up. And you can do this from any computer on your network if you've got it set up correctly.